So another point that I noticed, they mentioned your ex-wife. How did you feel about the relevance to that? What did you take from that?
Well, that's like anybody. I mean, all us in the life and in the world. When you go, I don't be concerned about what happens to my ex-wife or whoever, my woman. Whatever she do, she do. If he didn't force his hand on her or force her to say, she allowed him in. So I have no problem with that. Even now today, if I got a woman and somebody came in and say, well, man, what's that? If he didn't rape her or force his hand, she played her own hand. So that was on her. I ain't mad about that. I never was mad about that. Matter of fact, I talked to him on the phone about that one time when I went up to Ohio to do this interview. Me and him discussed that. And I told him there's no reason to apologize to me about you having an affair with my wife. I mean, shit, people, everybody in Hollywood having affairs with everybody there. So what can you say about that?
Anything else you want to say about that interview?
I definitely ain't mad about that. Remember when I talked to him on the phone up there? I talked to him. I said, you don't have to, and then he went to apologize. I said, you don't have to apologize to me for this. For what? Life goes on. Shit. It could be the day. I don't apologize for that shit.
So my favorite part of the interview.
What was your favorite part of the interview?
My favorite part was when they asked you, so
on the scale
of 1 to 10, and what did you say?
I said I figured I knew I was a 10. If from a scale of 1 to 10, I said I'm a 10. Hypothetically speaking, a 2, if that. I say he probably was a 2, if that.
And you speaking on who when you say that?
I'm speaking on Richard Worship. We gave him that name, White Boy Rick, because he was just in the neighborhood hanging around my family, and we just started calling him the White Boy. It is no personal thing against him, and I like that we called him a White Boy, but we just started calling him White Boy Rick, and everybody just took a hold of that and started calling him White Boy Rick.
Not a racist.
Right. Not Rick, but just White Boy Rick.
And a couple more questions. So you said when he came around the neighborhood, and you spoke on, you said he got in close through who?
He got in close to my youngest brother. They was like age due, so he started hanging around my brothers. I'm gonna turn my youngest brother away from me, so he had a friend that was with him, so he came with him, so he came in along like a family. Then we became almost like his family. Me, him, his father, everybody. His father was real. We got good in with. I got in good with his father because I had bought the Holiday Hall, so his father had started doing some work for me. But at the time, I didn't know his father was working for the FBI, and at the time he was bugging my hall, putting, intercom systems in my houses, everything. He was bugging everything. I didn't know.
And when you found out about him being a rat,
FBI
informant,
I was in jail.
You were in jail?
Yeah, when I found out they arrested me.
How did you feel about that?
I really, at the time, it was so much going on, it wasn't time to be thinking about feeling about that. It was about my life now. How I'm gonna fight this case and how I'm gonna deal with this. I didn't think about anything about him being FBI or formed because you got so many of them out here now, you don't know who is who.
Last question. So after the interview, after you saw that, how do you feel going into it?
After the interview, I can tell you this, I didn't feel right about it, and them bringing it up about this, the little guy, the little boy that supposedly got killed. I didn't feel good about that because some of the fact that story is nowhere near true. I had nothing to do with it. That's actually public record. They brought me before a grand jury on that case. And at the time, Steve Fishman, my lawyer, he's got the paperwork on that. They gave me immunity to say if I would have said I did, there's nothing they could do to me. So there's nothing I'm saying that would hurt me now because I had nothing to do with that. I don't know why they keep bringing that up. To use this white boy as, I don't know, a scapegoat to try to help him get out or whatever. That's fine. I don't want to see him in prison after 30 years. But I don't want him to be using me in a way like as though I had this done, I had that done. I'm not going to go that far with him. Now, as far as the stuff that I did, selling drugs, and the white boy came behind me, he had an affair with my wife, I don't care about all that. That doesn't even bother me now today. Didn't bother me back then because my main concern was trying to get off this life sentence. Yeah, that was my main concern, getting up off his life sentence. Care who you messing with. They could have sold my son, I don't care. Oh man.
Okay, we're gonna pause.